A long-serving member of the PNG Forest Authority believes the government should be lenient in its taxation measures, especially in the logging industry. A 30-year veteran with the authority, Janice Cooper, says the imposing of heavy taxes on the industry will have drastic effects, such as loss of jobs for locals. Mr. Cooper is not against the increase in log export taxes, but believes it must be done periodically to allow the industry to cope and adapt to the gradual changes. He maintains it must also consider many developments that the logging companies have brought into the areas where they harvest logs. Jahab Akia reports.
The government has recently revised the Forestry Act and made certain changes in areas it thought were necessary. One of these included the raising of taxes on round log exports by a significant amount. This has brought about insecurity and protests among small logging companies, who claim they will be put out of business, which will in turn lead to loss of jobs for many local people. The government is doing this with the eventual aim being to phase out log exports and introduce downstream processing in the country. According to Mr. Cooper, the logging industry in the country has over the past 40 years played a role in the country's development, in areas where the state was unable to do so. He says the state must be fair in its taxation measures.
The changes insofar as the tax, we will have to be fair on the industry that have contributed to the betterment of this country in sense of bringing infrastructure. Tax should be done in a slower way in my view, it should be done in a manner that is sustainable to the industry so they maintain. They employ so many people. It's about the industry employs so many people, 10,000-20,000, and that livelihood will be affected immediately.
The veteran forester believes the phasing out process of log exports should be done at a slower pace to allow for downstream processing technology to be put in place. Mr. Cooper says with the emphasis being directed at processing, the value of the logs will be raised and will at the same time create more job opportunities and other spin-off benefits for Papua New Guineans.
So in that way, job opportunities are created and we add value. We add value to the forest product from being raw material to semi-finished product to finished product. We can do that.
The logging industry is one of the longest-serving industries in the country, contributing immensely to the country's economy. And the call by Mr. Cooper is to give time to the industry to adapt to changes that the government is trying to implement. Jahab Akia, NBC National News, Port Moresby.